Good damn afternoon, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again. People, are you not sleeping well? My Pillow can help you get the best night's sleep of your life. Not My Pillow. Like, I'm not going to send you the one off my bed. I'm talking about the company, My Pillow. My Pillow has hundreds of products now, including slippers, bathrobes, sleepwear, mattress covers, and mattresses. They are offering the best products ever for the best price ever. For example, standard size My Pillow regularly $69.98 with promo code Jericho, all caps, now only $19.98. But it's not only pillows you can unlock great deals on. Go to mypillow.com/Jericho. The link is below in the description box. Promo code Jericho, all caps, to unlock all of those deals. What up? Shout out to everybody in the comment section. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but that's the heater going in here. I got a little space heater, a little tiny space heater for my studio because it is colder than a well digger's ass in Montana. If you're an Outcast fan, it's cooler than a polar bear's toenails. Oh, hell. There he go again talking that shit. Manny Lamont, what up, Shipwreck? What's going on, everybody? Tuesday afternoon. Monday is over. Tomorrow is hump day. Not like that kind of hump. You know what I mean? Like getting over the hump, middle of the week. That's a bunch of damn perverts. Darlene York, what's up? Or as my freshman PE teacher, Mr. Ferreira, RIP Mr. Ferreira, as he would say, you guys are a bunch of preverts. The Amazing Wong, thank you very much. Thank you very much. You are the Super Chat Cherry Popper. You have broken the financial hymen. He says, Uncle Jericho, did you hear about the World Health Organization renaming monkeypox to Mpox? They said monkeypox was offensive. Now, I didn't hear about them settling on a particular name. I did hear, was a couple months ago maybe, they were talking about changing it for that very reason. Because it was offensive. To who? Monkeys? Now you guys care what monkeys feel? Because I don't understand. The group, 99% of the cases belong to the alphabet soup group. So how do monkey, like, is there a famous stereotype that has to do with alphabet soup group and monkeys? Or is it because it came from Africa or something, and you're saying that Africans will be offended because you're calling it monkeypox because it came from some monkeys and the monkeys came from Africa? Is that what you're saying? Because if that's what you're saying, then you guys, the World Health Organization, they're the racists, because you're the one saying that it's racist to call it monkeypox because it came from monkeys, and monkeys, they mostly come from Africa. I mean, you have some in South America, in the rainforest and shit, but I would say most monkeys come from Africa. I mean, all the famous monkeys that we know about, chimps and gorillas and shit, they come from Africa. I don't know, man, but the World Health Organization needs to focus on other shit. There are more important things for them to worry about than who's getting offended by something called monkeypox. What they should worry most about doing is shutting down and clearing out all of their offices and never to be heard from again. That's what the World Health Organization needs to worry about. Why don't you guys worry about finding enough boxes to pack up all the shit in your building and get the fuck out of here and stop ruining the world? And then on your way out, World Health Organization, maybe you could take the World Economic Forum with you. Because they're worthless too. You guys can do what you want to the rest of the world. We ain't listening to shit. I've said this before. Nobody with an accent, with a foreign accent, is going to tell me to do shit. Klaus Schwab, and all you other foreign weirdos from other countries. You don't tell America to do shit. Fuck you guys. I don't listen to people outside of my country because you're outside of my country and you have no say-so, you have no sway over what goes on over here. But Jericho, America, they tell the rest of the world what to do. You know what? We also pay the rest of the world. We're also propping up your economy. We're also playing military for you. So until you do that for us, shut the fuck up, grab the lining of our pocket and follow us around and do what we say. Sky B says pride pox. Speaking of, were you guys allies in June and October? You fucking better have been. And what's the number one way? What's the best way and really the only way that you guys should be showing your allyship? What's the best way? What's the only way you should be doing that? Say it with me. Tongue kissing somebody from the same sex as you, even if you're not in the alphabet soup group. That's how you show your allyship. All right? Be an ally. I'll let you slide till June, but be ready. I can't wait to get to the good gun today. That's so funny. Oh, man. I love when good people shoot bad people. But before we do that, make sure you go to mygreengear.com. Boom. Stuff like this here. Good damn morning, Americans. I guess I need to make one that says good afternoon also. But the reason it's good damn morning is because when I started doing my videos 4.5 years ago, I would always do it going to work in the morning. So that's why I always say good damn morning. It's always between 5 and 7 o'clock in the morning, I'd be going to work, depending on which shift I was working. But make sure you get there. Also, I was communicating this morning with the designer, the rep, Marjorie, great person, awesome. And she sent me some mock-ups of the Neck Buddy ugly sweaters. Oh man, and it's also going to be ugly t-shirts too. So ugly Neck Buddy, ugly t-shirts and sweaters coming. The shit is funny. Like there's of him, of course, Fetterman. I'm the senator. But the Neck Buddy has like a little Santa hat on. It's so funny. So we're tweaking some things, we're adding some things, and when it's ready, I cannot wait to show you the finished product. And again, I'm trying to have it done by December 1st so you guys can order them and have them there before Christmas and be able to wear them a little while before Christmas Day for the whole month of December. So we're working on it. Shit was so funny. Lala HK Neck Buddy scarves too. I'm gonna try to get it on everything we can. I'm gonna try to print it on everything that we can. But Mitch Connor says I'm so getting that. Me too. But I can't wait to get some samples so I can wear that shit out in public and people can see it. Oh, that shit is so funny. I cracked up when I saw the design. Marjorie is so good. Whatever I have in my mind, I relate it to her via message or via email, and she gets it every time. Oh man, that is so funny. I can't wait for you guys to see him. Old Thorn, what's up? Yeah, I got to get him on some turtlenecks. How you gonna have Neck Buddy merch and it not be on a turtleneck? Oh man, can't wait. Brendan Gerzalak, thank you, man. He says Mpox equals made possibly offensive, xenophobic. Ha ha ha. That's right. Because if you don't agree with something, it's automatically you fear it. Disagreement is fear. Disagreement equals fear and hate. Well, hate or fear begats hate because you hate what you fear, right? So if you don't agree with this, automatically it's some kind of phobia. It's an irrational fear. It's irrational for you to disagree with this or to fear this. Fear, like, oh my God, fear. That's what Phobia means irrational fear. So if you don't agree with us, you fear us, therefore you hate us, therefore we're justified in our response to your perceived hate, i.e., calling somebody a Nazi. Nazi, you're too far gone. We can't help you. There's no room for discussion. You're a psychopath. You're deviant. You're evil. You're racist. You must be dealt with in a violent manner. And the best part is, it's justified. It's justified. Oh, man. Manny Lamont, I hate Brussels sprouts. I guess I fear them. Yeah, you have Brussels phobia. You have an irrational fear of Brussels sprouts since you don't like them. So stupid. Tammy says BK sent me an email. Who's BK? Does it say BK? Or BK stand for something else? Huh? I like Brussels sprouts too. Like most people, I think I had them boiled for the first time, the first few times when I was younger. And boiled Brussels sprouts taste like ass. So that's probably why I didn't like them. But you throw a little olive oil, a little salt, pepper on them, and roast them in the oven, and then hit them with a little balsamic glaze. Then you're on to something. All right, Brian King B. Falcon, I'll wrench you. Oh, you're going to get wrenched. So let's see. Okay. Just had to make sure that I didn't lose my good gun story. We'll get to that in just a second. Get to that in just a second. There we go. All right. There you go. Oh, hold on. Let me put something else here too. I'll put the link to my mygreengear.com. I will go ahead and pin that bitch to the top. There we go. Hit it up. Get that Green Gear hats. And also I'll be doing Brian King B, I got you. So also I'll be doing, I finally separated and priced the merch that I have for to be autographed. So I have some cups. Let's see, there's a tumbler. It's a 32-ounce tumbler, like this one right here. Tumbly. Oh no, that's not the tumbler. The tumbler is a small one. This is the yeah, it's called a tumbler. This is a 32-ounce tumbler, and then I have a smaller tumbler, and then there's 3 different mugs: Good Damn Morning, Just Start, and Roger That. And then I got 3 different hats. So I only have 10 of each, and I'm going to do a video strictly about that to tell you how to get it, how to pay for it, how to get it, and how to get your message to me that you want autograph on there, just a name or whatever. So I'll make a video just about that, but I finally have everything ready to go, prices and everything else. Can't wait. So, thumbnail. It is Elon Musk and the Twitter logo, because he is now the CEO, the man, the owner of Twitter. And Chocolate Patty, I'm sorry. Sorry. That's not our government name. Wyclef Jean Pierre. No, that's not her name either. Corinne Jean Pierre. That's it. That's right. She's the White House press secretary. And she said that the White House, the administration, is keeping their eye on what's going on at Twitter. Why? Why do you care what's going on at a private company? No matter how big, no matter what they do, no matter what they sell, no matter what they're offering, it's a private company. So why does the federal government care so much about a private company. Brian King B. Falcon, you're welcome. I'm sure you're being sarcastic. Said, oh, thank God my mom and the whole Jerican family for this opportunity. Like you're on stage at some kind of award show. I want to thank my manager. I want to thank God, my manager, my mom, all the people I can't even name them. So we're going to talk about that, and I'll play the clip so you can hear it from the chocolate patty's mouth. But I don't understand why the federal government needs to keep their eye on a private company. Yeah, give Brian King B. Falcon some flowers in the comment section. Welcome and congratulate him on his achievement. Anthony Rose, you love me. You really love me. What was that from the Mask? I think that's a good question. Why the federal government cares about that? Not just the federal government, but why does the federal government, in the shape that this one's in, with the other things to worry about, why are they so worried about a private company? You got all kinds of other shit to worry about. And then, speaking of the White House, more specifically, who was it? So they had somebody on there from the White House, and they were asking him about what's going on in China, and that's some crazy shit. There's always some crazy shit going on in China, but it's extra crazy now. They are locking people, welding people into their homes. They're literally taking those grinders and grinding the locks so they're fused with the door jam and people can't get out. I've seen video of them doing that and then wrapping wire around the door handle and then securing the wire to the door jam so that way they can't turn the handle. They've used actual welding torches. They have drones flying through the air spraying a substance of some kind all over the people on the street and in the buildings. Some weird shit, but it's happening. It's happening. It's not happening here. Thank God. Hopefully it never will. But it's happening. And all these other things, we'll talk about it. But all the atrocities and the human rights violations going on in China, and Bidenus Pervertus, our grandpa in chief, Mr. Hey, this isn't the mall. He's quiet as a dead church mouse about this. And is it a coincidence that he's quiet as a dead church mouse? And if you look inside of his head instead of a brain, you will see an actual dead mouse inside of his head? No. But he's awfully quiet. You know who else is awfully quiet? LeBronica James. Jericho, why would you single that woman out? Well, I single her out because remember when the general manager of the Houston Rockets, I don't remember his name, but a year or so ago, a couple years ago, he showed support for the people, what was it, of Hong Kong? Was it Hong Kong going through some shit? And then he was showing support for the people of Hong Kong. Hashtag support Hong Kong or some shit. It was some, real innocuous shit. It wasn't even that bad. It wasn't crazy. It was just shout out or hashtag support them. And all these people come raining down on him, and China's canceling all these games, and they're taking the NBA off the TV. And of course, since it upset China, it upsets China's people. And I don't mean just the people of China, in China, from China. I'm talking about the people that work for China. So, of course, one of their main employees, one of their employees of the month is LeBronica James. And she is always getting outraged about something. I remember when somebody allegedly spray painted the word nigger on her garage, and she was so outraged that she took to Twitter and said he understands what Emmett Till's mother was going through. Huh? What the fuck did you just say, you dumb jock? What'd you say? Because somebody spray painted the word nigger on your garage, allegedly, and I say it allegedly because, of course, everybody today is walking around with a high definition camera in their pocket. I don't know how many pixels you got, but it's enough. So somebody, a neighbor, a garbage man, a gardener, somebody would have snapped a picture of that word sprayed on somebody's garage in that neighborhood. Don't you think? Wouldn't you call LeBronica James's neighborhood affluent? And in affluent neighborhoods, you just don't see spray paint. You don't see things, you don't see graffiti in those areas. So that would have caught somebody's eye. Not only that, but it's the word nigger. And it's on LeBron James's house. So what his staff decided to do is we are going to clean up all the evidence before the police show up. 3 words for that. Yeah, fucking right. But she's silent. LeBronica James is not saying anything about these atrocities, these documented atrocities on the Chinese people. You know why. You know why. We'll get to that. Also, Elon Musk is going to do an info dump. He said that Twitter was into some shady shit, suppressing people's freedom of speech, and the information and the proof will be released. Okay, Elon, I like what you're doing. And Jerry Jones, the owner of the Dallas Cowboys, fuck the Dallas Cowboys, but he's in a little bit of hot water because there is a picture of him at a sit-in in 1955. These students were integrating a school in Arkansas, and there were some good old boys that said, "We don't want your kind here, boy." And in the crowd, you see a young Jerry Jones, and it looks just like him. I mean, of course it looks like him because it's him, but there's no denying that it's him. We're talking, Jerry Jones is what, 175? But you could spot, oh yeah, that's Jerry Jones right there. And he's being called a racist because he was at this this anti-integration movement, protest, mob, whatever you want to call it. He's a racist because he was there, and he needs to pay. He needs to show contrition for his sins at 14. Please. And before we get into all that, I forgot because I saw something, I was scrolling through my Instagram feed, or the shorts, you get into those rabbit holes, and I'm flipping through, and it shows San Francisco in the 80s, and it's showing you all these pictures of the Golden Gate Bridge and people, people with their kids and riding the trolleys and the streets. And you can see it's pretty clean. Now, in the 80s, I'm sure every major city had its underbelly. But from all these pictures from different parts of the city, San Francisco looks much cleaner, much more prosperous, and much happier in these pictures. And then, let's see, did I put it on my stories? If I put it on my stories, then I can pull it up for you. I'm not sure if I did. Let's see. No, I didn't. But I was scrolling through and it's showing you San Francisco in the 80s, and then it goes San Francisco today, and it's dope fiends and trash, and it's fucking terrible. And that reminded me of something. So I told you guys a few weeks ago, I went to San Francisco. I went to the shitty city by the bay, Needles and Shit, California. And I saw tons of homeless people, of course, but I saw some human shit on the ground. And then, but a stone's throw from the feces, there was some broken glass from a car window. So it made you wonder, like, did somebody break into the car before the person took a shit? Was the person who took a shit the one who broke into the car? Like, he was going to break into the car, but I don't want to steal this car. I got to take a shit. So let me go over here on the sidewalk and take a shit and then break into the car. I don't know. So many questions. What a mystery. Where are the Scooby-Doo kids when you need them? But something I forgot to mention was I saw 2 people smoking crack in San Francisco in broad daylight. Now, I've never smoked crack before, okay? But I imagine it's something you do in secret. I imagine you don't sit out there at the bus stop at 11:30 in the morning off of a main street. I think it was 7th and Mission. Or it was on 7th Street, but 7th and Mission was this big crowd, like an open air drug market. There was all these bums and shit and homeless people and dope dealers just out. This shit was weird, gross. But it's hundreds of people. But on before that, it was before Mission and 7th because we're still going up the hill. On the left-hand side, there's a guy passed out. What do you call that? Here's a sidewalk, and then here's the street. So what do you call that? The gutter? That 90-degree angle where they meet. Was that considered the gutter? I'll call it the gutter for the purposes of this story. I'm trying to tell you a story. So he's laying in the gutter, passed out, with his pants down around his ankles. That's right, people. You know, no self-respecting person who passes out in a gutter is going to leave their pants up. All right, if you're going to be a true San Franciscan piece of shit, you must pull your pants down before you pass out. Duh. So he passes out, pants down in the gutter. All right, here we go. Then a few feet past him, on the same side of the street, is somebody smoking crack. I've watched enough TV. I got enough fucked up family members. I know what smoking crack looks like. He's smoking crack, 11:30, on the sidewalk where a cop could drive by. A cop could drive by and be like, hey, is that crack you're smoking? Yeah, but it's out of a Biden crack pipe. Oh, carry on. So he's smoking crack out of an actual crack pipe. He's an old school crack smoker. Then on the right-hand side, about 20, 30 feet up the street, on the other side of the street, there's a guy with foil and like a straw, and he's smoking the crack off of the foil. 11:30 in the morning, right sidewalk. They're not hiding. He wasn't turned. He didn't have his jacket over. Nobody was standing in front of him, blocking him. I block you so they can't see you smoking crack. Brian King be fucking. You're cracking me up. Stop it. Scary Harry Flanagan. No, it was not Paul Pelosi. There was no hammers anywhere. I would have thought it was him. 11:30, sidewalk, smoking crack. Then you get 3-4 blocks up the street. All of a sudden it's clean. There's people sitting outside of the restaurant on the sidewalk eating brunch on a Sunday morning. But a few blocks down the street, crack, half-naked people, and the trash, the filth. The filth. How can 3 blocks up be clean and 3 blocks down look like shit? The trash, the garbage at the corners, the wind where like the wind collected all the garbage, all the grime and filth on the street. Fucking disgusting. That's San Francisco. You know how much money is in San Francisco? Do you know what it costs to live in where Pelosi lives in Pacific Heights? That's not very far away. It's far enough away. But no American city should look that bad. You're going to have bad areas. You're going to have a bad element, especially when you have a population that big. But no American city should look like that. Should have that much squalor in the middle of a major American city. Everything technologically related in your life comes from Silicon Valley, from San Francisco. That's where they all have their headquarters. Google, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. Is Twitter still there? Let me see. Twitter headquarters. Yeah, San Francisco. PayPal, all that shit. Google everything is in San Francisco. Look at this. Okay, here's Netflix, Los Gatos. Los Gatos is 45 minutes, an hour away from San Francisco. So this is the Bay Area. This is Silicon Valley. All these places I'm going to name to you. These are all within an hour of San Francisco. Twitter's in San Francisco. Netflix, Los Gatos. Google, Mountain View. Yahoo, Sunnyvale. Facebook, Menlo Park. Apple, Cupertino. Quora, Mountain View. All these big tech companies are in the San Francisco Bay Area, in Silicon Valley. And they have some of the most disgusting environments, areas you've ever seen. I told my Uber driver, don't slow down. Don't slow down. Drive through Mad Max. Drive through Book of Eli. It was disgusting. And the people, the toothless, filthy people, the drug-addled, insane people, filthy clothes. If they stepped out of the clothes would still be standing up. Filthy, disgusting, mentally deranged people just chilling. Brian King B. Falcon says Skid Row. Put Skid Row on a hill. And that is San Francisco. And we're not talking about the Tenderloin that's been fucked up for a long time. 7th and Mission. Disgusting. But if you have a hankering, if you just want to be free, if you want to smoke your crack without judgment, you're tired of smoking it inside. You're tired of hiding your crack smoking. Okay? If you're tired of hiding in privacy with your crack smoking and you want to be able to smoke your crack outside in the open air, go to San Francisco. You will have no problems. Nobody will bother you. If the cops come by, they'll be like, hey, you smoking that? You lighting that with a Biden lighter? All right, good stuff. Carry on. Arun Faye, thank you for the Twompski. My friend went back home to Cali, and he said he saw a chick peeing on a pole while driving to dinner. Laughing my ass off. That's very possible. Very possible. And that was just on one drive to one dinner. Tell him to spend more time. That shit is crazy. Ugh, so nasty. All right, good gun. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go, yo. Here we go, yo. See, good thing I remember what that story was about. Let's see. Half blind. Shoot. Buttock. Right in the buttocks. He shot me in the buttocks. Okay, here we go. Partially blind man shoots home intruder in the buttocks. Man, you suck. How you get shot by a half-blind dude in the ass, dummy? Franklin, Ohio. A burglar attempt sent a man first to the hospital, then to jail in Franklin early Wednesday morning. Police say they were called to a home about 3:30 in the morning after a homeowner said he shot a burglar. Some bitch. I got a shot off him. He was coming right towards me, the victim told 911 dispatcher. And how'd you get him in the ass if he's coming towards you? Was he coming towards you ass first? The victim's nephew tells Local 12 that his uncle partially blind and had just got home from the hospital Tuesday evening. So that night he gets home, he's woken up at 3:30 in the morning, some dude running toward him ass first. Police, with the assistance of a K9, followed the trail of blood down an alley and found Jeffrey Carl, 36, hiding in a shed around the corner. That shed is owned by Joe Lewis, not that Joe Lewis, I wish, who happens to be a friend of Carl's. My reaction was, damn, somebody shot that boy in the ass, said Lewis. Carl is no stranger to the victim either, and told police the victim was an uncle pretty much. He said he broke into the victim's house when he did because he thought the victim would still be in the hospital. Oh, okay. So the Carl knew the victim. So the victim, okay, yeah. So the victim being the guy whose house it was. So the victim knew the intruder. He was the intruder's uncle. So what an extra piece of shit! I told you, family. The title family don't mean shit. This is his nephew, and you breaking into his house thinking he's not going to be there. Sounds like some dope fiend shit. So he said he broke into the victim's house when he did because he thought the victim would still be in the hospital. You low down son of a bitch. He ain't a dangerous person. He just got issues like all of us do, said Lewis. I don't know about that, Mr. Lewis. Those issues include a history of drug and weapon charges. There you go. Crack fiend. The victim's family says that before he was shot, Carl stole guns and music equipment from the victim. I'd have never suspected that because he's never touched nothing here, ever. And we got $1,000. Oh, we got $1,000 sticks in there. Huge, said Lewis. So $1,000 stick, that means $1,000 gun. Carl was taken to the Atrium Medical Center and then to jail. Carl would be charged with burglary, according to the police. Jail records show that he had a warrant for domestic violence. I'm hoping he get it right, hoping he get his life right, said Lewis. So Carl is a piece of shit. Carl is a career dope fiend criminal. And he had a warrant for domestic violence. So that's another layer in this piece of shit Sunday. Here's another scoop. You're a dope fiend, you're a thief, and a woman beater. Max Bang, broke ass. Shot ass. How did he shoot him in the ass? Because he said he was coming right toward him. So maybe he was coming toward him. He pulled the gun, he turned, and then he still shot him. Shot him in the ass, even though he was running away. I don't have a problem with that. Shooting him when he's running away, so what? That way he can't come back. Shot him in his ass. Remember that story that the Waco kid told the sheriff in Blazing Saddles? He was a Waco kid, and everybody wanted a piece of him. He said every two-bit gunslinger was challenging him. And he said one day he was walking and he heard, "Reach for the sky, mister." And he turns around, it was a little kid. So he put his gun down, or he put his gun back, turned around, and walked away. And that little bastard shot me in the ass. That little bastard shot me in the ass. So Carl got shot in his ass by a half-blind uncle. Carl, you motherfucker. Damn it, Carl. 36. Get your shit together. And that, people, was good gun. Come on, Carl. It's not what you want to do. You don't want to get a second hole in your ass and then go to jail. It's not a good look, player. Not safe. You got 2 holes? You got 2 holes in your ass and you're going to jail? You know what they do to assholes in jail? You brought 2. You got an extra one. Joyce Decker, that's right. He was butthurt. To the max, bro. Are you not sleeping well? Huh? My Pillow can help you get the best night's sleep of your life. Wake up and feel well rested. My Pillow has hundreds of products, including slippers, bathrobes, sleepwear, mattress covers, and mattresses to put the mattress covers on. My Pillow is backed by a 60-day money-back guarantee, 10-year warranty, machine washable and dryable. Made where? Some foreign country? Nope, USA, Minnesota. Make sure you go to mypillow.com/Jericho. Use promo code Jericho, all caps, to unlock all those deals. I still want to know how he shot him in his ass. Was he backing up toward him like, come get me, uncle, or something like that? Or did he turn to run and then he shot him in the ass? Inquiring minds want to know. So what I want to know is, why in the fuck does the federal government care so deeply about a privately owned company? Huh, Chocolate Patty? So let's find out. Let's ask that little figurine. Let's find out what she's talking about. Oh, Chocolate Patty. Girl, you are something else. All right, what are you talking about, you little shit? Here we go. Hold on, let me share this with you. You might want to see this too. Bam. All right, here we go. Get you a bigger picture there. Why do you always look so mad, girl? Your job's fucking easy.
Twitter does not become a vector for misinformation. I mean, are you concerned about Elon Musk says there's more and more subscribers coming online. Are you concerned about that? And what tools do you have? Who is it at the White House that is really keeping track of this?
Why is this something you need to keep track of? Why is this something that you care about? It's a social media platform where people go to talk. It's a public market for thought. Why do you care, federal government, at all?
So look, this is something that we're certainly keeping an eye on. And we have always been very clear.
Wrong. You've never been very clear. It's all a bunch of, circle back.
That when it comes to social media platforms, it is their responsibility to make sure that when it comes to misinformation, when it comes to the hate that we're seeing.
Wrong again, Chocolate Patty. It's not their responsibility to monitor or police that. It's called free speech. Free. Not free but speech. Not free, but read the small print speech. Not free except these chosen topics speech. It's called free speech. It doesn't matter if people are espousing hate. It doesn't matter if people are espousing things that are not true. They are free to do so. And we are free to make up our minds about what they say and act accordingly. We will take that information, disseminate it, and do with it what we will. We don't need your fucking help. You guys are incompetent. You can't do what you're supposed to do. So you're going to try to do some shit you're not supposed to do? If I'm having trouble doing trying to pop a wheelie on my bicycle, you're not going to see me the next day at the fucking X Games. Because I can't do the little shit. How am I supposed to do the big shit? And that's the thing about the First Amendment and free speech. You don't have to do nothing. It's already been taken care of. Don't even worry about it. Federal government, it's already taken care of. You don't even have to do nothing.
That they take action, that they continue to take action. Again, we're all keeping a close eye on this. We're all monitoring what's currently occurring, and we see it with our own eyes of what you all are reporting, and just for ourselves, what's happening on Twitter. But again, social media companies have a responsibility to prevent their platforms from being used by any user to incite violence, especially violence directed at individual communities, as we have been seeing, and the president has been very clear on calling that out.
The president hasn't been clear on shit. He can't speak clearly. What has he been clear on, Chocolate Patty? And if these social media platforms aren't supposed to allow hate to fester and people and groups to be attacked, then why did you guys not do anything about Hamas having a fucking Twitter page? These terrorist organizations and terrorists having a Twitter page, but you allow a sitting president of your own fucking country to be kicked off of Twitter. We can't have free speech and then have all the shit that you want too. Those two things can't exist in the same space at the same time. You want control, you want monitoring in a space where it's supposed to be free. That can't happen. But they have a responsibility to do what you say.
He'll continue to do that, and we're going to continue to monitor the situation. Go ahead.
A question about
I just don't understand why you're monitoring it at all. Monitoring what and why? Monitoring. So the Big Brother has their eye on you. Why do you give a shit? Unless you want Twitter to be used for something else, unless Twitter is too powerful. And Twitter gets its power from the people. That's how Trump was able to get into the White House, because he wielded Twitter as a weapon, because he was able to get on there and say what he wanted said. Now, he didn't want it run through the filter of the mainstream mediocres. He wanted to connect directly to the people. I want you to know exactly what I'm thinking, exactly what I'm planning, from my fingers to your ears. No middleman, no middle company, no middle entity. I want to talk to you, Twitter. Let's go. That was his main platform. I'm sure he had Facebook and all that shit too. So how do terrorists and terror organizations have Twitter pages, but not the sitting president of your country? Make that make sense. But just know, Twitter, meaning people, we're going to continue to monitor the situation. So remember, you're a little kid and you got a sleepover and you're in your room. You guys are hanging out, and all of a sudden your parents just come in, peek their head in, just checking out what they're doing. They're monitoring the situation. They're making sure you're not doing something. You're not doing something you're not supposed to be doing. They want to make sure you're behaving. They want to make sure everybody's playing nice. And the federal government appears to be that parent peeking their head in to the Twitter bedroom saying, hey, what are you guys doing? What are you guys talking about? You let people decide what they're doing and decide what they're talking about, and you fuck off. We don't need your help. We don't need your monitoring. We don't need your censorship. We're fine. And you so many other things going on, and you're going to choose to monitor Twitter. See, there's work to be done, but they don't want to do it. You want to skip to the fun. You don't want to do your chores, federal government. You got plenty of work to do to keep your ass busy. Worry about that shit. We're going to continue to monitor the situation. Chocolate patty, girl. Oh, man. Oh, so speaking of Twitter, we'll keep it in that vein. So Elon Musk is saying that he's going to do a little info dump. Oh, my goodness. What the fuck is wrong with this dude? Look at this shit. Who the fuck? I didn't know Matt Damon had cancer. Oh, shit. I'm sorry. That's not Matt Damon as a cancer patient. That's someone named Sam Brinton, a deputy assistant secretary in the Department of Energy. Hold on. Here we go. Yeah, that's not Matt Damon preparing for a role as a cancer patient. That's what I thought it was. My bad. But that's Sam Brinton. Sam. Well, Sam, why do you have that lady's blazer on and what looks like a woman's necklace, and your lips aren't naturally that color, are they, Sam? Samuel? Sam Brinton, a deputy assistant secretary in the Department of Energy, who is praised for being a non-binary identifying transvestite. Can you still say that word? Has been charged with felony theft for allegedly stealing a woman's bag at a Minneapolis St. Paul International Airport. What the Never mind what this fool is accused of doing. Look at that shit. That dude works for the resident of 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue in the Department of Energy. So when you're in the Department of Energy, whatever that is that they do and wherever their offices are, But when you're in the office and this motherfucker comes in your office and wants to talk to you about business, how are you supposed to focus? How are you supposed to keep your mind on the task at hand when this is sitting in front of you? I'm sure he's wearing like a skirt and a dress. That whole outfit is probably like a business suit with some with some shoulder pads. I'm sure he's wearing a skirt. How in the fuck are you supposed to focus when that comes into your office or when you walk into that thing's office? I'm supposed to come in here and talk to you about energy and shit, and you look like this? Come on, man. Fucking weirdo. Ugh. Anyway, so Elon Musk. So somebody wrote on Twitter, Democrats use Twitter to cheat, and Elon Musk is about to make the evidence public. And then Elon Musk, and they put a tweet up from Elon Musk, and it says, the Twitter files on free speech suppression soon to be published on Twitter itself. The public deserves to know what really happened. Uh-oh. You think maybe this is why they're angry at Elon Musk? You think maybe it's not because he's a white supremacist and he's a racist and all that other shit they're talking about? You think that might be a bunch of bullshit? You think the real reason they don't like Elon Musk is because he's about to expose their free speech, the freedom of speech, oppression, suppression? You think maybe that's why? You think maybe that's why they're pulling out all their usual insults, racist and patriarchy, and look what he's doing to these poor Twitter employees, and he's letting them go, and he's telling them they have to work long hours under intense scrutiny and timelines and those poor things. You poor young people who are at an age where you work the hardest anyway. You think that them talking about how evil he is and how can these companies advertise? I'm not going on Twitter and he's this and that. You think that might be a lie? I think this is the real reason they don't like Elon Musk. This is the real reason that you have the press secretary for the office of the president of the United States talking about how we're going to monitor the situation. This is why. Because this shit is connected to other shit. The Twitter files on free speech suppression, that should not even exist. There's no such thing as free speech oppression. It's free. Why don't they get this? This is why they're saying all these things about Elon. This is why they're admonishing him. This is why they're bashing him. This is why he's getting the backlash. Because if you're going to expose Twitter's free speech suppression, well, where else was it suppressed? In the media, Facebook, all social media platforms, it was suppressed. YouTube, all that shit's connected. So we've exposed one. This is what happens. These are big tech companies and corporations and billions of dollars and board members and board rooms and staff and all that shit. But it comes down to this. This is why the founding fathers were so damn smart. Because they knew no matter what, the technological advances, the years that are going to go by, how society is going to change, people don't. People don't change. Even back when they were saying, they were still the same deviant pieces of shit they are now, today in 2022, with all their sophistication. Okay, they knew people weren't going to change. And here's what happens. You guys ever watch an episode of the first 48? What happens? They find out, they get a name of a suspect, somebody that was involved, a witness saw somebody, they bring somebody in, they start tightening the screws. You're looking at X amount of years. What do they say? Can you get me a soda and a cigarette and I'll tell you everything? Because they want to lessen their punishment. They want to shine the light on somebody else. They want to hand you a bigger fish to save their own ass. And you think because these are large corporations with all their accoutrement that they're not going to flip and turn on the next guy to save their own ass? You damn right. So if Elon releases this shit, then it's going to have to, Facebook is going to have to release their shit, and YouTube's going to have to release their shit. That's why they're fighting and clawing and scratching to stop this from happening, but they can't. But because he has the keys to Twitter City. He's the man. He's the CEO. There's no higher. There is none higher. So if you got the man who's in control, who's on board with this shit, it's going to happen. He's racist, white supremacy. Don't give a fuck about that. They are white supremacists. Max Bang, thank you for the Hamilton. Quote, Sam has been exposed to more than nuclear waste. That's for sure. He's been exposed to way worse shit than nuclear waste. Look at him. Fucking freak. Freak! You work for the federal government? And you look like that, Sam? What the fuck? Kwai Chang Kane. Wow, I haven't. Hold on. Comments jumped on me. He says, wow, I haven't listened to Jericho in a long time. Welcome back, Kwai. Welcome back to the fold. That shit is so weird. Ew. I mean, not the Elon Musk thing. This thing. Ew. What? The fuck? Hold on. Let's see if we can find the Three Stooges together. Brinton, that's his name. Let's see. Brinton. If we can find the Three Stooges together. See if we can find the trifecta of weirdness. Let's see here. Oh, yeah, 2 out of the 3. I wanted all 3. Ew, what the fuck? Oh, man. We got 2 out of the 3 here. Oh, wait a minute. We got 2 out of the 3 freak nasties here. Hold on. A couple freak nasties. Ew. So we got 2 of them. I was trying to get one of these 2. What the hell is this? I was trying to get one of these 2 and Chocolate Patty together. But so far we got these 2. So that's Matt Damon in his cancer patient role. And then that is Rachel. These are both dudes. Look at this motherfucker here. That's Sam again. And that's Sam too. Now that's in your private life, man. I don't care. But you certainly shouldn't have a place in the federal government. You shouldn't be in charge of anything for the public. There he is again. What the fuck? Golly, man. What the hell is going on here? What the hell is going on here? Holy shit, man. What? Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Swamp Fox 1732 says, Calgon, take me away. I don't think there's enough Calgon to get us out of here. We need a fucking truckload of Calgon to take us away from this shit. Wow. Joyce Decker, mental health issues. Yes. And that happens. That happens. People have mental health issues. That does not mean you should hold a position of authority in the federal government. And take all that shit away from it. Look how you're representing us to the rest of the world. Look at that shit. Why is there no shame? You look fucking ridiculous. Who the hell has weirdos like this in their cabinet? Showing them off to the world. You have to understand, a lot of the countries that we deal with, a lot of the countries, Russia or China, that we may have beef with, but a lot of the countries we deal with, especially you get over in the Middle East, Africa and stuff like that, these are old societies, thousands of years. They don't have a problem with toxic masculinity. They're old school. They understand alpha males and taking control. That's what they understand. No matter how we got it over here with our blue jeans and apple pie and computers, they don't see it that way. You have to present something different when you go out on that world stage. It's like being at home. You don't dress at home like you do at work. You don't wear your pajamas or your sweats and your favorite t-shirt when you get out of the shower. You don't wear that shit to work. You don't go to out in public to go shop and shit with that on. So when you're presenting yourself to the rest of the world, you don't put shit like that out there. You don't put a couple freak nasties out there. Shit, man. You don't put that on the world stage to represent us. You look fucking stupid. And you're supposed to sit there as a coworker and not notice what the fuck you're looking at. Not notice that, not give attention to the fact that you're looking at two grown-ass men who are dressed like women. You're just supposed to totally ignore that shit. And get out of here with that. Get out of here with that shit. Oh, I'm looking for something right quick. Hold on. Go. Oh, here we go. Yeah, we're gonna check. We're gonna take a break from what we usually talk about. Check out Chef Lily's kitchen.
Afternoon, American.
Whoa! What?
Chef Lily with you once again. Today we're making ribeye steak and garlic roasted potatoes.
Wow!
Not we had those yesterday.
Look at that.
If you don't like it, sit and spin. We're also making roasted carrots.
Look at that. Look at a little sign in the back.
Are you ready to do this?
Let's do it,
Let's
Chef
go.
Lily. Let's go. Look at that little setup.
First, we cut up some herbs: parsley, rosemary, and thyme.
That's right.
Don't let Hunter Biden get this, Dad.
Whoa!
Let's start with the roasted potatoes.
Guys, how funny is this?
Perfect technique. We need it, for it, if we need it.
That is too cool.
Now we're gonna add garlic. Just scrape.
Hold on, I'll get to your super there. Spun bearing 65.
Check. A couple pinches of salt and a couple pinches of pepper and herbs.
Okay. All right, guys. Okay, Chef Lily, I'm gonna get back to you after my live. I'm definitely gonna check this video out. That is too fucking funny, man. Oh man, thanks for sending that. That was good. So you guys make sure you check that out. I'm gonna put a link to that. Let's see. Let me find her video right now. That was too cool. Chef Lily's Kitchen. Let's get those views up for her, guys. It looks like you might learn something. I'm gonna check that out. Maybe I can learn a better way to make my own favorite meal. I just subscribed. Okay, so here we go. Share. Make a link. Boom, the link is copied. So we're going to go in here, get in the comment section. Boom. There it is. There's a link to Chef Lily's Kitchen when she's teaching you how to make some roasted potatoes and vegetables and a ribeye steak. Oh, she had a little intro and everything, man. Go ahead, Chef Lily. All right, Spunbearing65. Thank you for the Hamilton. He says Biden's lust for power led to this shit. Exactly. That is exactly right. Because remember, when he came out, when he was running and shit, he was saying that I'm going to have the most diverse cabinet, and I'm going to have a person of color doing this, and a Ku Klux Trans member doing that shit. So he had to kowtow to the powers that be to get where he is. And he's like, yeah, I don't care. Put all the fucking weirdos you want in my cabinet. That's not what I'm focused on. I just want that big ball of kid hair. Disgusting. Diesel, USA 1, Iran 0. Did you guys hear that yesterday? Let's see. Let me see if I can find that shit. There was an Iranian reporter, and he was talking. Let's see, Iranian reporter. Come on, fingers. American. Soccer. There we go. So there's a press conference, and the Iranian reporter, I think here it is right here. The Iranian reporter starts talking shit to the American soccer player. Like, first of all, you said it wrong. You pronounce our country Iran, not Iran, and all this shit. I'm like, man, fuck you. Fuck you and your country. I don't give a shit. We'll beat your ass on the field, and then we'll drone your ass too. Fucking chump. So let me see if I can find some video of it. I found an article, but I want you to hear it from his smug fucking mouth, the way he talks to that dude. And the American soccer player, he handles it. But still, just the fuck you think you are, man? Are you okay? And they asked him, are you okay playing for a country that is racist against black people? Like, what the fuck, man? Let's not talk about the atrocities committed in your fucking country. Please. At least ours are in the past. Yours are happening right now. Man, I couldn't believe this shit. He straight up said, are you okay playing with a country who treats black people? Shut the fuck up. Oh, man. Okay, hold on. We're going to bring this shit up. We're going to bring this shit up, guys. Believe this shit? Okay. Don't know why this ad is loading again, but we'll wait. But it was just the smug condescension he had in his voice, man. That shit. The nerve. Okay, hold on a second. Hopefully the ad's over. Okay, Dignity Health. Got it. Okay, so let's see here. Let's turn up the sound. FIFA, blah, blah, blah. Take place in Doha, Qatar. between the 20th of November, 18th of December. First World Cup played in the Arab country. Who cares? Yeah. Why is there no video for that shit? I want to hear no fucking inclusivity issues have also plagued the 2022 World Cup. You think so? Muslims don't play that shit over there. You think there might be some inclusivity issues? Okay, well, I can't seem to find any video, so I'm just gonna. Okay, here we go. We got it. Check this out.
Tyler, this question is for you. My name is Mila Javamadi from Press TV.
Ooh.
First of all, you say you support the Iranian people, but you're pronouncing our country's name wrong. Our country is named Iran, not Iran. Please, once and for all, let's get this clear. Second of all,
please, once and for all, let's get this clear. Fuck you.
Are you okay to be representing a country that has so much discrimination against Black people in its own borders? And we saw the Black Lives Matter movement over the past few years.
Are you okay reporting for a country that keeps women in servitude and makes them wear burqas in the fucking blazing desert heat? Are you okay with that? Are you okay with women not being allowed to go to school and drive and go out in public? Are you okay with that, you piece of shit?
Are you okay to be representing the US? Meanwhile, there's so much discrimination happening against Black people in America.
My apologies on the mispronunciation.
Never would have said that.
Of your country. Yeah, that being said, you know, there's discrimination everywhere you go. You know, one thing that I've learned, especially from living abroad in the past years and having to fit in different cultures and kind of assimilate into different cultures, is that in the U.S. we're continuing to make progress every single day. You know, growing up for me, I grew up in a white family with obviously an African American heritage and background as well. So I had a little bit of different cultures, and I was very easily able to assimilate in different cultures. So you know, not everyone has that ease and the ability to do that, and obviously it takes longer to understand. And through education, I think it's super important. Like you just educated me now on the pronunciation of your country. So yeah, it's a process. I think as long as you see progress, that's the most important thing.
Now, he did it. I think he did it. I won't say he handled it the right way. I'd say he handled it the professional way. And good for him for not getting angry or, you know, telling him some statistics, some fucked up statistics about his country. And I'm glad that he represented us in that way, but I couldn't have done that. I couldn't have done that shit. You look at the state of Iran right now versus what was it, 78, 79, when the Shah came in and fucked everything up. How dare you sit there in your condescending tone and look down your nose at us with all the shit that's going on in your country, in Iran? Yeah, I said Iran, not Iran. I'm not Iranian. I'm American. We say Iran here. Listen to this punk.
This question is for you. My name is Mila Javamadi from Press TV.
Like he cares what your name is.
First of all, you say you support the Iranian people, but you're pronouncing our country's name wrong.
So if you say the country's name wrong, you can't support him, idiot?
Our country is named Iran, not Iran. Please, once and for all, let's get this clear. Second.
Ooh, what a bone of contention. That guy, that was bothering that guy so much that that's the first thing he said to somebody in the World Cup is that you're pronouncing our country's name wrong. It's Iran, not Iran. Let's once and for all get it straight. Shut the Go on, bitch.
Second of all, are you okay to be representing a country that has so much discrimination against Black people in its own borders? and we saw the Black Lives Matter movement over the past few years. Are you okay to be representing?
Yeah, he's okay. Discrimination? Then how did he rise above it all and sit there before your punk ass at a press conference for the World Cup? How did he become one of the best male soccer players in the world despite discrimination? It's horrible discrimination. Oh, that shit pissed me off. Fucking chump. Yeah, actually, it's Iran, not Iran. Actually, we don't give a shit what it's called. Spunbrain 65, thank you for the Hamilton. Oh, I already got this one. Hold on. I did that one. There's another one I was missing. Can you believe that shit? I would have like, man, hey, you know what? I pull out my phone and be like, yeah, let's look at some of the atrocities taking place in Iran right now. Let's see what kind of shit the Iranians are dealing with. Oh, starvation. There's millions of you starving right now. Got it. But you're up here talking shit about my country where we throw away more food than you've ever seen in your life. Got it. C4 Duke, thank you. Visiting Texas. Give a shout out to my buddy, Misa. What's up, Misa? Buddy. She is the coolest conservative you will ever meet. Fled SoCal, bleeds Texas red 100%. Japanese. Well, arigato. No, shout out to you, Misa. Enjoying all that damn freedom in Texas. Look at you. Appreciate that, C4 Duke. The nerve of that dude. Actually, it's Iran. Fuck you. So why are LeBronica and Biden is perverted so damn quiet about what's going on in China? Look at this shit here. And yes, it's terrible. It's in China. It's thousands of miles away. But how long does it take for that shit to jump over here? How long does that take? Not long at all. I thought I had that already. There we go. So let's check this shit out, shall we? Y'all want to see some footage and shit? Okay. Check this out. Right now, today. This is happening today. This ain't some shit from a year ago, 10 years ago. This is happening in real damn time. And they're quiet about it. Okay. Look at that. And there, oh yeah, that's another thing. That what they're showing right now, that apartment building that caught on fire. So 10 people died in there because the doors were welded or latched or whatever. They were secured from the outside and the people couldn't get out, and 10 people died. And I think some kids were involved in that too. And now the Chinese people are fighting back. Now there are all those people in the streets protesting. See that? They're welding their doors shut so they can't get out. Welding that shit shut. And let me show you something else. There was, I think it's Benny Johnson. He had some pretty crazy shit that he was showing. Let's see for a second. I know he's on here somewhere. There he is. At Benny Johnson on Instagram. Is this it? The Chinese people. You know, being over here, you think the Chinese government, it's a dictatorship. So these people are, well, President Xi, but come on, how many of you think that was a legit election and he actually won? But I know Might be dealing with some of that here. But you think the Chinese people are just under their boot, under their thumb. They don't rise up, they don't react, they don't do anything, they don't say anything. And that may be true, but it looks like it's changed a little bit. And there's something on here where he was talking. Maybe it's this one. Let's check it out.
Life in China is
go.
like living in hell right now. Under zero COVID policies, they will lock you in your house, bolt you into your apartment building. And if your building is set on fire, well, good luck. You don't have enough food, you don't have enough water, good luck.
Wait a minute. Now, when we had those people down at the border and Obama had them all wrapped up in that Jiffy Pop aluminum foil in the cages, kids in cages with aluminum blankets, wearing all the blue check marks, jumping up and down, crying and screaming. Not when Obama did it, of course. But after Trump, kids in cages, kids in cages, kids in cages.
There are creepy police drones that fly through your city and spray unidentified chemical fumes into your building and into your face onto the streets where your children may play. And Gestapo guards of medically outfitted stormtroopers roam through your streets, fighting and arresting and detaining you.
Look at that shit. That looks like the end of Enter the Dragon. You had all the guys in white who were the bad guys, and all the guys in black who had been wrongfully imprisoned were in black. Ain't that some shit? This looks like, if you know your Bruce Lee movies, this looks like the end of Enter the Dragon. That was his first movie that he made in America. I think there was a Warner Brothers movie. I could be wrong, but I think it was Warner Brothers. But it was the first American movie that he made with American money and directors or actors and marketing in America. And at the end of that movie, all the guys who were dressed in white worked for Han. And Han was the bad guy. He was the guy with one of his hands. He had an accident, so he lost his hand. And so he would switch it out with all these different hands. He had like a museum of different hands he would put on. And all his guys were white. And all throughout the movie, they're leaving these little hints, letting you know. And there's an underground layer where they make drugs and stuff and get these women hooked on heroin and shit. It's crazy. If you haven't seen that movie, you need to. But there's a jail underground, and it's all the guys who are against Han or anybody who was drunk out in public. They just lock them up and throw away the key. And at the end, one of the agents that's working with Bruce Lee, she gets the keys, and she frees all these guys in jail, and they're all wearing black tops and black pants. And at the end, there's this big melee. It's just white geese versus black geese, and everybody's fighting in a big crowd. And that's exactly what this shit looks like. Good versus evil.
At will. This is what's leading to the largest uprising in Chinese history of patriots calling for the end to the COVID regime. God bless these patriots and the living hell that is.
So all that's going on, and I'm sure a bunch of shit we don't have footage of, a bunch of shit we can't see. People being welded into their apartments and not let out. Could you fucking imagine? In America? If you want to leave and the government has welded your door shut from the outside, and they have drones patrolling the street to make sure you're following the rules, that shit is going on right now. Biden, nothing. LeBronica, nothing. And you were bashing the general manager for the Rockets, telling him not to talk about things you don't know about. If you couldn't talk about things you didn't know about LeBron, you'd be mute. You would never speak. You would only be able to speak about basketball. That's it. Where are you guys? Where is LeBronica James? Where is her outrage? China, you do business with China. China has their little commie hand up your ass to the elbow. But you know damn good and well why Biden and LeBronica haven't said shit. Because their Chinese masters will not let them. Yes, guys, it's time for another red phone ringing in LeBron James's house skit. Here we go. Let me get in character. Over the hill basketball player who doesn't know shit off the court. Over the hill basketball player who doesn't know shit off the court, who's an over emotional bitch. LeBron, are you going to get that? Yes, I have to. It's China. Hello. LeBron. What? You see what's going on over here in China? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I see. Do you want me to speak against it? No. Of course not. You don't speak against anything until you get marching order from us. We just calling to make sure you keep your mouth shut, LeBron. Of course, China, sir. I would never do anything unless you gave me the green light. Good, LeBron. We make sure you good puppet. You don't talk unless we tell you. Our Chinese hand up your ass to our elbow. We manipulate your mouth and tell you what to say. Yes, China, sir. Yes, China, sir. Goodbye. Scene. Thank you, guys. It's hard to make my brain that dumb to talk like LeBron. It really is. I really have to get in character. But they haven't said anything because they haven't been told to say anything. Here we go. It's time for another Biden's Pervertus phone call from China skit. Let me get in character. Senile old crook. Senile old crook. Ugh. Oh, God. Jill, is that the red phone? Bring. It's China. Hello? Sloppy Joe. Ha ha ha. I heard that on internet. Is this Joe? Yes, China, sir. What do you need? Are you enjoying that lifetime supply of butterscotch pudding and 8-year-old girl hair that we sent you? Yes, sir. I'm enjoying it. Is there anything you need from me now? No, Joseph. The only thing we need from you is your continued silence on our atrocities. We're just making sure you're not speaking up on the most recent ones that everybody's seeing around the world on the internet. I see them, sir, but I shall not speak unless you tell me to. I'm so sorry, China. Whatever, Joseph. Shut up. Stay there till I tell you otherwise. Bye. Scene. Thank you. Thank you, guys. It's tough to get into those characters because they're so fucking dumb. Scary Harry Flanagan. This is 50s Japanese. LOL. No, I would say it's Chinese because I don't know. When I do Japanese, it's more record this. Oh, Mr. Scary Harry Flanagan. That's my Japanese. My favorite restaurant is a Mikadano. And scene. Thank you, guys. That's my Japanese. That's how I do it, Scary Harry. Might hear it different other places, but that's how I do it here. Gojira. One time, I think I've told this story before. But when I worked at Trader Joe's, I was in charge of the kitchen area. We have the samples and stuff. I would be cooking that up and putting together meals and stuff for people. I always try to do 3 items or less because at the end of the day, you got kids, work, whatever. You don't feel like a big production. So I would come up with these great meals, 3 items or less. And so we had a soy ginger miso soup. So I added some tofu and some sesame oil to it. It was delicious, right? So this older Japanese lady, she had to be like in her 60s, but Japanese people or Asian people, period, she could have been 97 and she looked in her 60s, but she looked about 60 something. And she came up there and I know what she was thinking, and I don't begrudge her her thoughts at all. I know she was thinking, black dude, miso soup, no way. This is not going to taste authentic. I get it. She came up, a little skepticism on her face, and she even took the sample and she was like, no, mother. And she drank it and she, I swear to God, this is exactly what she says. She drank it and she goes, ew, this is good. And that's when I knew, people, that's when I knew that I know how to make miso soup. Because that older Japanese lady was ready to tell me that it tasted like shit. And it didn't. It was good. She's like, this is good. Oh, man. That shit was too funny. But those two and others, LeBronica James, our grandpa in chief, and others aren't saying anything about China. They're quick as a hiccup to say some shit about what's going on here in America, or what used to go on here in America, and what they wish still went on here in America. But they're not saying anything because they're not told to say anything. They're not allowed to say anything. China tells them what the fuck to be outraged about. And that's it. They want those checks coming. They still want those checks to clear, so they will keep their fucking mouths shut. Now, Biden having business with China, you haven't seen that in a while, but who in his family, you guys help me out. There was somebody in his family, in his immediate family, who had some business dealings. You can help me out, guys. Something about give the big guy 10%. Huh? Was it something? The big guy, 10%. What family member was that? George Washington. That is very play. He said, miso honey soup and cream of some young guy. That was very play. That was very 90s of you, George Washington. Manny Lamont says, tu buku. Soul brother, tu buku. You guys are fucking dicks. Oh, Scary Hay Flanagan. Nah, the press said that was Russian propaganda. Damn it, you're right. I forgot the damn mainstream mediocres. Tammy A says, my husband wants to cook a turkey. What was it? Yeah, Jordy's Metal Shop. Thank you. Bunter Hayden. That was his name. Bunter Hayden was his name. That's his son's name, right? He was the one over there doing deals with China, I think Ukraine or something. And they said, yeah, give the big guy 10%. But what the fuck? Who's the big guy? Why didn't he say his name? Who could the big guy be? I'm sorry, guys. I keep forgetting shit. I keep forgetting his name. But why wouldn't he use? Who would he be talking about? The big guy. But anyway, let's just say in a land far, far away, that there was a guy and he was in a position and he did business with this country, and things were happening that would make this country look bad. Wouldn't it make sense for China, this company that looks bad, wouldn't it make sense for him to tell the other guy, hey, make sure you don't let too much negative press out about what we're doing? They have business dealings. Some might even say in that situation, I'm not saying we're living it. I'm just saying in that situation, if that company who could possibly look bad by what's going on, if they had something, what was it calling it? Incarceration? No. Incinerated? No. Oh, incriminating. If they have something incriminating over that person, they could say, hey, do A and B, or C is going to happen. So then that company who could possibly get some bad press could tell that guy, hey, quiet down, and tell all your influencers, the people with the tens of millions of Twitter followers and stuff, tell them too. All right? Couldn't that happen? It could. If I could look bad and you could help me not look bad, and we have a history and I got some shit on you, well, couldn't I lean on you and make you kind of silence the dissent, silence the bad press? I don't know. I'm just spitballing. That's all. I'm trying to figure shit out. I'm trying to figure this shit out because it sounds to me like that very well could happen. That sounds to me like that's what is happening. As you have China telling its minions, and even though its minions may be powerful here, he's telling his minions to silence yourselves, be quiet. Hey, shut up. That's what he's telling them in there. Throwing away that key. LeBronica, Biden's pervertus, blue check marks. Nothing. I keep checking. I keep hoping to hear something. I keep hoping to get a response, and all I get is that's all I get. Silence. You know, you're sitting there in the kitchen and all you hear is the refrigerator humming. That's it. Nothing? Damn, come on, guys. It's a big platform. So weird. It's so weird. Make sure you guys go to mygreengear.com. Make sure. I can't wait, guys, to get those damn neck buddy t-shirts and sweaters and scarves. Spunbearing 65, thank you again. Have my A on you. Have my A on you. Oh, have my eye on you. Have my eye on you. Well, must be talking about the federal government and Twitter because they got their eye on them. And China definitely has their eye on Biden's pervertus and their other minions in the blue check mark community. Silence! Oh, man. Guys, I think we've done enough today. You always want to leave your audience wanting more. And let's see, tomorrow's Wednesday. You guys are almost through your work week. I'm almost through my work week. My work week is 6 days instead of 5. So I guess Thursday would be my hump day. But tomorrow, and I will be posting it on my YouTube page under community, but tomorrow, every Wednesday night, as usual, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, Double Impact. Myself, Gabe, Shant, we are going to be breaking down in detail and discussing Predator. I can't wait. Predator! Guys, that is a childhood classic. I watched it with my son not too long ago. And he loved the scene where they're all shooting into the jungle. The predator goes running in the jungle, and they all just line up and start laying down the forest. That's one of my favorite parts, too. But yeah, Predator, we're going to be talking about that shit tomorrow. Can't wait. Like I said, I saw it not too long ago with my son, but I think I'm going to watch it again just to have all those scenes fresh in my mind. Really, that's a movie that I don't even need to watch to know every scene. I've seen that so many times as a kid growing up. I don't even need to watch it again, but out of respect for my duties and out of my respect for my position as co-host, I will. So I'm on the top of my game. But Predator, come on, man. Dylan, you son of a bitch. Oh, man. You fall behind, you're on your own. I could go on for days, but check that out tomorrow, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, Double Impact. We will be breaking down Predator, one of the greatest action movies of all time. And I believe the guy who was in the Predator suit, I think he was also the guy who was in the Harry and the Henderson suits, but he died of HIV, I believe. George Washington, that's right, sexual tyrannosaurus. This stuff will make a man out of you. I can't say all the parts that he said in that scene, unfortunately, because of censorship. Stuff will make a man out of you. Make you a goddamn sexual Tyrannosaurus Rex. Jesse the body. That guy's dug in there like an Alabama tick. Hey, you're bleeding, man. I ain't got time to bleed. You got time to duck? Manny Lamont, that's right. The guy, he got HIV from a blood transfusion. Yeah, man, that was sad. But yeah, Predator, awesome. What the fuck are you? I'm here, kill me. Thanks, Scary Harry Flanagan. Thanks a lot, Scary Harry. This stuff will make a man out of you. Can't wait. Hold on. Oh, man, hold on. Let me put that one up. Game Intruder. You ghosting us, motherfucker. I don't care who you are back in the world. You give our position up one more time, I'll bleed you real quiet. Leave you here. Got that? That was from Mac. Poor Mac, man. When Jesse the Body got killed, Jesse the Body was his boy. When he got killed, man, Mac lost it. I felt bad for Mac. Oh, we'll get you. Oh, we'll get you. Poor Mac, man. He took that real bad. It's bullshit, all of it. So you cooked up the story and threw us in the meat grinder. You son of a bitch. Mac. That's right, man. Mac was a shit. I felt bad for him, man. Oh, Catman FS. Damn, you got a big pussy. Damn, you got a big pussy. Yeah, I said, why'd you say it twice? She said, I didn't. That's when Billy started laughing. And that's when he got the clip of Billy laughing and he played it. Because he was trying to mimic the humans. Billy. Fucking Billy sees something, man. All right, guys, let me stop. I need to save some of this for the podcast tomorrow. Be there, 7 p.m. Wednesday night, Pacific Standard Time, Double Impact. We break down Predator. But now I got to go in here with my beautiful wife and kids. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Thank you, everyone in the comment section, everybody watching and listening. Maybe you're just listening. Maybe you have the sound off and you're just watching me. That's weird, but I'll take it. 8 billion people in the world, and you decide to hang out with this one. I thank you. Tomorrow, what does the day hold for us? We'll find out. We'll be right here at noon to talk about it all. Say it with me, damn it. You know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe. Hit that notification bell because every time it rings, a piece of shit lefty cries. Utilize the Linktree link. Get your ass over to JerichoGreen.net and mygreengear.com. I am Jericho Green. Man, I'm out.